Right to Q&A.
It's going live. Okay, it's going live, all right. Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to the live for you. Been a busy old day and I haven't had time to do a new jingly thing, so I'm playing last week's. So just relax. Hello to all the usual people tonight. Lynn, Don's in the room, Richard's in the room, Stuart's in the room, Cheryl's in the room. Hello everyone coming on in. It's always good to see you all. Well, hello, good evening, welcome for all those who are popping in. Hope you're all okay. And I'm just going to do the usual spotlighting. Spotlight Robert. You all right, Robert? Had a good week?
I don't know where it went. It was crazy awesome week, crazy week.
Yeah. So it has been one of those weeks because I know that I was meant to get on with the EL Messenger training this week, but I held back, and I should have put a note in the group, and I apologize for that. It's only because the company that runs EL Messenger Pro called CloudKey, they have sorted out an interesting thing to do with this that I'm talking about in the group on Monday. I'm going to invite anyone who isn't already in, so you'll be all invited. Those that have got it will be invited in accordingly. Those that haven't got it, that there was one person that didn't pay. There's still one available at 697. If you reach out to me, you've still got a chance to get it. And anyone, I'll go for the list of everyone who has purchased and get them into the group. And then Wednesday-ish, there's going to be a really good announcement in that group for EL Messenger Pro and people who bought through me. That's all I'm going to say. It's excitement. So the basics I'm going to get on with. On Monday, I'm going to do a live, bring people in. It'll be in the evening, around about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make it, I'll do a Zoom link so everyone can come in and have a chat. If you can't make it, the replay will be inside of the EL Messenger Pro group I created, so you will not miss out. All right. So it's just a case I want to get going with people, let them ask questions. We can get you started with EL Messenger Pro. Super exciting what I've been doing with it. Just a mad week, crazy old week, and I'm that good, Robert. I need a break too. I'm taking the day off tomorrow.
You know, you and me both, and we've been working on the Fire deal, and just working on that for the last 4 days has put my mindset in what we do and how important it is that we do. And what we specialize in is helping people get started. That's the reality. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what website builder you use or what ads platform you have or what social media specialty software that sends out all. It doesn't matter. Yeah. If you have questions and you can't get answers to those questions, you're stuck.
Mm.
You're just stuck right there. And writing content and looking at all the things that are going on with the Fire Deal program, it's about sport.
Mm.
That's the bottom line. This whole thing has come together based on the DFI Magic Teams, based on support. And
Yeah.
if you go back to the beginning, Stephen, you and I got together because
you weren't getting the support.
I didn't want to say it like that, but the reality is the need for the support was so great that's what Done Few Magic Teams became. But now you and I came together in a different aspect, but now as I see this, the importance of the support, the importance of the confidence builder, the confidence boosting for anybody that's trying to get started, anybody that's trying to put their toe in the water to check temperature, it's like they have to reach that point of not only confidence, but trust in the people that they're listening to, that they're going to get the right advice.
Yeah.
Because for so long, and I hope that people that see this are not the ones that spent tens of thousands of dollars to get nothing. I'm hoping that, and I truly believe we've actually have intervened, I'll say, and stopped people before they went down that road of spending money on products and things that they didn't really need yet.
No,
money and
you're
products
right,
on things that weren't working yet. And
Mm.
to me, that's important. To me, that's like, okay, now I understand. I understand what we're doing for people. I understand what it means to have a support system in place that, like you said it the other day, Stephen, it's not, no, there's no stupid questions, right?
Yeah.
There's no stupid answers. There's only support. And I know whatever the question is that Don has, or Richard has, or Lynn has, or anybody has.
Even Stuart, who I spoke to today, who had a few minor issues.
Even Stuart might have a question or two. But
Yeah.
the reality is that question to them is enough to raise doubt, to raise the self-confidence. Am I doing the right thing? If I push this, is the computer going to blow up? I mean, it's not that extreme, but that's how people take it. When they've reached that point, they can't do anything else because they think that it's going to go wrong, so they stop, and they don't have that pick up and keep moving. They lose that momentum, and that's what this is about. That's why when we go into the Fire program that's coming out, and the reality is the Defier program is a continuation of what you guys are already doing that are part of this. But anybody else that's coming in, that's going to be set up so that they step in and they start crawling, and then they start walking, and they start running. And it's the whole Defier Magic Themes program. I mean, that's where, we've been talking about it for a few months, and all of a sudden it started to gel. And we started seeing more and more progress on not only the build, but the rank, and then now the onboarding. There's more and more stuff that's coming into play, guys, that it's going to be phenomenal, because there's just so many new ways of onboarding and getting people into this program. So I know it's been a couple of months that we started talking about that third phase, and that third phase is coming to fruition before we're even ready for it, to be honest.
Yeah. Can I say, based on, everyone runs Black Friday deals, okay? And even we will. Lifers, and you'll know who you are, and we know who you are, active lifers, if you see a Black Friday deal with us and you go, oh, fancy that, before you go buying it, reach out to us first. All right, that's all I'm going to say to you guys. Inner Circle members, we'll always make sure that whatever Black Friday deal we run out there already, we will beat the Black Friday deal that's on offer to the public for Inner Circle members. All right, so you'll get a better deal by being an Inner Circle member on that deal. The Defier deal that we are trying to get together in time for Black Friday, and there's a lot to be done here, is build, rank, and rent. Right now, I want to ask you a question and see how many people, but one in the chat, put your hands up. I don't mind which one. Who's heard of Go High Level? Just out of interest, I wonder if quite a few of you have. Well, those that have, right, will know that it does a whole bunch of things, including various bits and pieces, right? You guys will be very pleased to hear that there's something coming up with that. To a point that you'll be very, very pleased. That's all I can say. And it's super exciting, because I only heard the news today from the people I'm working with EO Messenger Pro, and it's something we'll be able to look after you guys on, because our vision is that you have the hosting, you build a agency website which is going to have all the current themes available. So it means you don't necessarily need to set any others up. You can just get that site up straight away, and then when someone finds that site and they go, well, I'm in the London area and I'm a plumber on a plumber's site, then you can come over and get one of the themes from our site, upload it, change a few details, and it's ready for that client. And the way we're building these is going to get 10 times easier than what they already are easy. I'm on the edge of my seat, and the thing is we have to be a little bit careful, because if you promise something now and that doesn't come true, then it's a disappointment for everyone who's involved with this.
Right.
But we have some guarantees in place with some products that are going to come on board that's just going to make everything super sweet for everyone who's involved with this. And that's all I can say on it. It's just super exciting. So if you're not sure what Go High Level is, go and search for it. Go and have a look at it. It's a whole load of. It's an amazing platform, yeah, I'm excited about that. The other things we got coming up, there's loads of stuff, and
the reality of everything that is coming to fruition, which is going to be, building faster, building more efficiently, having a sales funnel in place, which is going to be basically for you guys. You can change it to be whatever you want it to be, but we've never built a website with pricing before. So we're going to have a DFI Magic Themes coming out as the Defier deal that'll have pricing in it. You guys can throw your pricing in it and take it from there. But the whole thing is about building, ranking, and getting the onboarding process simplified, automated, and just make it simple for everybody, because different people have different skill levels. Different people have different skills altogether in how they want to communicate with people. And between having websites, having these other onboarding processes that we're still working on that are going to come into fruition for everybody to use, you only need one or two that's going to work effectively. And once you have one or two working, you should be golden, because the build is simple. The ranking takes work, but if you have the ranker and the other things that we're doing, I can't see it being all that more difficult. It's just following and building the right foundation. So all of that just is super exciting. And even for me to see how things are really coming to play. And I'm still the devil's advocate that I want that person that walks into Done For You Magic Themes that never built a website, that's the deer in the headlights when you said the word website, and I want that person to be able to go from A to Z, the build, rank that site, and have clients. That's the goal. I still have it on my board. I have 1,000 people I want in profit in the Done For You Magic Themes, and I want that as soon as possible. But I got to have the full thing in play for that to happen. What does in profit mean? It's going to mean different things for different people, unfortunately, but because brick and mortar people that have their own business that are using Done For You Magic Themes, in profit means they're getting leads and they're generating sales on their own. The rank and rent people that are just renting sites, they need clients on board. They're going to be in profit. The people that are using the website builds just to be website builds and they either rent them or sell them, they're in profit. So it's like in profit means somehow they're making money that's covering their expenses and not just a spend, not a monthly spend. And I want everybody's confidence level to do these builds and go in and do what needs to be done. I already know where we are on the support side. It's breathtaking to watch the support tickets. And over the last couple of weeks, I think we've had the most that we've seen.
Yeah.
Partially because of our own fault. But in the end of the day, or at the end of the day, I should say, all those got done. And they got done quickly. And whatever the smallest detail was so minute that it just doesn't take much at all to get these things done. Now, like I said, Stephen and I have always said we're going to be the buffer between technology and getting your sites built. And that's what's happening all the time. Things are changing. And we're right in between making sure that those changes are interactive to what we're training on and what we're teaching on and how we build. So everything's in play. And I'm so proud of that because I see tickets and I see tickets from people building sites and I see tickets from people that have never built a site before. And in little design things that they can't figure out. If you can't do it and we can't fix it on your ticket, we'll do the call. And we'll make sure you get the answer that you need. In most cases, if it's a one-off thing, if it's a glitch in an install, sometimes those things are beyond some people to fix on their own. And sometimes it's just as easy for us to fix it for you than to spend an hour trying to teach you to do something that you may never have to do again. And we don't mind teaching and showing, but there's that time frame difference.
I agree with you on that. And like, I won't put out names because I don't want to embarrass people, but I know one of our members had wanted a domain name adding, and it's actually quicker for me to dive in for 5 minutes, add that domain name, stick WordPress on for now, and then arrange a call at a later time to show them where the training is in the members area to see how to do it yourselves. But we are right on the verge of something big here. Imagine this, that you come into the system and you're shown how to set your hosting up. You're shown how to install the standard theme that's going to be the one that's going to say these are the websites I've got to rent. Move on to set up your citations, rank the site, and then customers come to you. But best of all, on top of that, your leads can come from a Facebook group, which is what training's going. I'm putting this into the training into our own group. When you get signed up with Email Messenger Pro, you'll get an email, and they'll say come and join their school where you can go in and learn all about the way they're doing things. And that's great. But the thing I wanted to focus on was setting your own group up and then joining local business groups to get those businesses into your group, where then you could just put a little video up or post going, hey, this is what we've just set up for so and so. And there's these little bits and pieces of the puzzle. And the one big part of the puzzle, which we noticed time and time again in other groups, is the onboarding part. How do I get traffic? How do I get people to actually buy from me? And I've been shocked with Email Messenger Pro. You guys, you're all in the free group. You'll see now we're up to 580 people, I think it is, in that free group, right? And a lot of you guys are watching from the free group right now. The software does what it says on the tin, right? And I haven't run it this week. I haven't had time because as Robert will tell you, I've been looking after all the high-end support tickets and all the stuff that's the right pain on the server to fix and sort out. And I've got there in the end for people, and I'm so grateful to the members of the inner circle who have been very gracious towards me and patient with these problems that have come up. It's been some of them have been very more complicated than I expected, but we've got there, we've got through them. And that's like when you're out at sea and you hit the high waves and the low, and you jump and down like that. Now we've got a bit more level now. I'm pleased to say. And Robert's been great looking after people where they've had the issues with the themes, and there's Greg, bless him, he's a lovely guy. He'll go into the ticket, he will do his best and then pass them on to us at the moment, and he's still warming up. So we are a 3-member team, and then we have got the server team as well, but they are only just starting to recover from the Florida hurricane. A lot of them lived in that path. They lucky enough, they all got out away from it, and they're all safe, but they are sorting things out for their families at the moment, and so it's going to take some weeks before the server team's fully back up to normal. So I do what I can, and I pass them on to them, and I do calls, and been a fun week. But if we want to get the whole process together, and the biggest thing of all is getting people that will buy from you without you necessarily talking to them. And that's the exciting thing about owning your own Facebook group. Reach out to local chambers of commerce people, reach out to local business groups in your area, right? And without those, imagine if you went into a group, a private group, and put a post up and went, anyone looking for a website, come and join me now, right? Come here to my group. You get banned instantly.
You better put on your hunting vest, because they're going to shoot you.
Yeah. But what if you could put a post up and ask a question? Which is what we're going to teach for those who got in with me on the EO Messenger Pro lifetime deal. I'm going to show you how you can go in softly and gently, and I'll just ask a general question. And when they respond to that question, the software will automatically like the post, respond to the post, depending on the answer, right? And also send them a private message. Think about this, right? If you're in a group and someone asked a question and you responded to it, right? And they liked your post, you're going to get a notification for that like. When that's happened, right, you're then going to get a reply from that person. You're going to get a notification from that person, and you'll be going, well, who's that Steve Brocklehurst who's just responded to me? I'll go and look at the comment. And then you get a private message. How more likely are you to read that private message from that Stephen Brocklehurst you've never met before? Very likely. And it's a conversion rate of the more people who answer that question in that particular group. And with this software, you can go to any group and put a post up with a question related to that group. For an example, Chambers of Commerce groups. You can go into one of them and go, hey guys, just out of interest, but yes if you own a shop and no if you don't. Easy question, isn't it? In a chain, no one's going to tweet to, oh, you're trying to nick people. And then off the back of that, they go, yes. They get one response, oh, cool, fantastic, many thanks. And another one is, oh, good to hear, or whatever you want to put these comments in. These are a private message to the ones you want, the cherry picking. So for an example, you could also ask them saying, also let me know, what niche you're in, or what type of business are you? And someone goes, hello, I'm Dave the plumber, and I like plumbing in London. And the next minute you've responded to back. By the way, when you respond back, it puts their name in automatically. So you go, hi, Dave. Nice, good to meet you. Great to hear what you're doing. Many thanks. So it's like the post, it's responded to the post, and then you send a private message to those people automatically if you want, going, hey, Dave the plumber. I noticed I had a quick look at your business. You haven't got a website. Would you like one? Go and look at this. I'll put your details on it. Boom. He's impressed because you already put his name, address, and phone number on it. If he goes no, you do another one. How much are those leads worth? It's awesome. Laura says, and the whole object with the city chambers is to help each other out. So there you go. So you offer value inside someone else's group, but then you're going to put them into your own group, and you're going to build up those people, and they're going to invite people in as well.
Let's not forget that when we start talking websites, like if you're talking to a brand new person that has never done anything in websites, that is the person. Like if somebody was interested in DFI to start building, right? they have an interest in websites for whatever reason, whatever tweaked their mind to come into that. But the people in these chamber of commerce, they're just looking to get new clients to their business, and they're looking help for that. And if somebody goes in there with, I'm going to say a minuscule amount of information and knowledge about website and online marketing, that foot in the door in that group is huge, because you became the authority in that group, and you're not even the authority yet, so to speak. And I'm sure your confidence level may not be there if you're just starting out. But when you have other people behind you, you can go in those groups and you can start talking and you can start showing. And when they see what the sites are that you're building, they don't know how you build, they don't know where you got your information. But at the end of the day, it's getting in that group saying, hey, shed some SEO tips, send some Google business partner things that they can do, like tagging their images, just small little tips. And once you start that conversation, you become that authority, and that's where you're going to sell websites. And then those people are going to talk to other people, and it's just going to snowball. It's simplistic, but it's terrifying to most. And for whatever reason, most of us online entrepreneurs are introverts. I don't know what the percentages are, but that's what it is. So doing these things, sending out those, you're going to get responses. You're going to get responses because all of those businesses are turning the corner to know if they're not online, doing their own marketing, doing social media, doing websites the right way, they're going to go out of business unless they're really a well-established long-term business that doesn't need online leads. It's just, here's a good example. When I was growing up, I didn't have a phone, right? All the kids today have a phone. Now they have smartphones. Communications with kids and their parents and their kids used to be that the parents would take the kid to the friend's house to have a play day or whatever. In this day and age, it doesn't happen anymore. It's the parents directly connected to the kids. And the parents don't know, in a lot of cases, the parents of the other kids that his child is playing with or her child is playing with, because the communication has been lost. It's they have phones, so I can talk directly to my kid 24 hours a day. I don't need to talk to anybody else. And that's the same thing. If businesses don't follow suit and don't get online and don't do the right things, they're going to be out of business. So here we are. We're ready to solve the problem. We're ready to give them the lead generation websites, all the other services that we don't even talk about in DFI Magic Teams that you guys can offer. And that's what's coming. That is right on the cusp of us getting through the fire deal, and then also pushing to put all those in place. And it's not just online marketing. It'll be email marketing. It'll be physical marketing, postcards or letters or whatever suits your personality. So I'm going to say it, or your budget, and I mean, they're still doing postcard mailings. They're still doing local newspaper ads, or whatever the flyer ads, the neighborhood newspapers, all those things are still going out because they still work. They get to the people that aren't online all the time. So all of these things are different ways to market and onboard people that you're going to need. So the excitement of things to come is just intense, and we're going to probably when we go into just the inner circle, we're going to look at the fire deal.
Absolutely, and it's super exciting. I had a private message for someone who's not in the inner circle who has said, I'm not very confident with doing stuff on Facebook. Well, it's when you set your own group up, right? At first, all you need to do is schedule posts to go out, tips and tricks and offers and whatever, without always offer value first before, because the money will follow after you've offered the value. But when I first started with online marketing and online videos and stuff like that, I never used to have my face on the camera. I used to always just voice over what I was doing. Because of my fibromyalgia, and I twitch a lot and bits and pieces, and it's quite good today. You know, it's not so bad today. And you know, and so and I must shout out to Steve Dimmock's other half, because she worked some very good miracles, which I won't say too much about. But if you ever want to find out more, reach out to Steve Dimmock and ask for Karen, because interesting stuff there. But that's on another note. But the thing is I never used to want to be on camera, because I think, oh, someone's going to judge me for twitching or something like that, or mannerism or whatever it may be. And so I used to just record stuff and just talk over the top. That's all you need to do at first. And then as you get to know your clients, you can do one-on-one Zoom calls. Zoom calls are free for 2 people up to 45 minutes. Or you can do a Skype call for unlimited amount of time. You know, there's loads of platforms out there where you can talk to somebody, or if it's local, go and meet them in person and say, well, let's get a coffee at Starbucks or somewhere. Let's sit down and have a chat. See how we can help one another. You know, and it leads on to that relationship that then leads on to the business, that leads on to people trusting you. And once they buy one thing from you, right, then it moves on. I always say, and you guys know this, I will only email out a product that I believe in. I will only share a product that I believe in. If I think the product's a pile of poo, I'm not going to tell you about it. I've peeved off so many internet marketers who come to me and go, will you promote this? We'll give you access. And I have it. I go, well, I'm not promoting, that's rubbish. I had one internet marketer message me, go, I will never deal with you again. And I said, well, considering all your products are pants, then that's cool. But if you ever come up with a good product, knock on my door. If it's good, I'll promote it for you. If I'm going to use it, I'll promote it for you. There's no point me trying to promote a product on how to put a light bulb in to people who are interested in what we do here. It just doesn't make sense. And so we are, you know, super excited, and that's why anything that comes up over the coming weeks, especially, you know, everyone's doing stuff on Black Friday. Watch this space, because whatever we put together is going to be amazing, and anyone who's on the inner circle will, whatever you see on a website with us, we will always look after you even better. You know, we you know, we want to, the products that are coming up, some of them I can't give away for free. That's just how it is on the licensing. But anything that we do, we can bundle up. We can look after lifers and inner circle people on however we can on value. We always will do. If so, something that comes up and I can give it to them, we will. If it's something that has to be bundled at a certain price, inner circle members and lifers will always get the best price ever. We always said we'd do that. And you know, and Black Friday, try not to get carried away with it. You know, that's the main thing I'd say. I used to buy tons and tons of products, and a lot of them were nothing to do with what I was doing in the internet world. I was just buying them for the sake of it. I've got so many AppSumo products, of which some don't work anymore. So I've wasted my money on that. Yeah, we're here for the long haul, and if we ever supply a product and it stops working, we will find a replacement, and we'll make sure that everyone who bought from me is looked after. You know, that's why I only really recommend products I know that will work and be here for the long haul. You know, and that's what we always try and do. We'll always try and look after everyone. But on that note, right, get excited, because we're going to oh, hello. Cheryl says, I have Email Messenger Pro. I've never had so many connections and discussions in such a short period of time, and about 30 new prospects in 4 days. I have used cold email, but not the same as this. Well done.
Wow.
See, Cheryl, take action.
Yeah, I was just going to say, she took action and just started.
I get angry with people who do not take action. You know, Cheryl, that is awesome. Right. And, you know, that makes me excited that someone in our group has got the software, and I know she asked in our other group, you know, oh, when's the training happening? And I wanted it Monday, but I had to hold back a bit longer. And also all the support tickets that flooded in on top of that as well. Really took some time up to sort out, but we are there. And over the weekend, I'm going to put a few ideas together, really exciting ideas. And I'm aiming for Monday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to go live and share with people. It'll be warts and all sort of training. That's what it's going to be. I'm not going to pre-record it. and I'll go through some stuff. And anyone who's got the Email Messenger Pro lifetime deal from us, please try and be on the call if you can. You can ask questions as we're in there. All right. Anyone who's watching, by the way, who bought Email Messenger Pro and you haven't got access to the group, ping me a message. I'm going to go through everyone's names over the weekend and make sure everyone's invited to the group anyway. But if you've got Email Messenger Pro and you haven't been invited to the group, message me. I'll make sure you're in anyway. And but fantastic, Shells. You know, it works, doesn't it? And it can work in any niche, not just what we do. You know, I set up. I'll share this last thing, and then we're going to say goodnight to the free groups. I set up a group. Some of these, you know, share your software or lifetime deal groups. And I went into one. I shared my thing, and they turned down the post. I went, well, that's interesting. They told me I could share what I like in there. So what did I do? I set my own group up, right? And as soon as it's warmed up enough and I've got all the data, I've got it set up properly, I'm going to start inviting people in there from those groups, and I'll invite you guys as well. And you can watch the group grow from zero.
You see, that's the difference. It's not thinking in the box, it's thinking out of the box. Okay, so they won't let me post. So let me create a group that has the right information that was going to attract the right people that I want to have contact with. And it's just going to work that way over and over again. And it doesn't have to be for Done For You Magic Teams. It doesn't have to be for what we do. But at the end of the day, it's thinking how it's going to relate to people in other groups, and how you're, you know, if you're reaching out your hand to help somebody, giving them some kind of information, giving them some kind of cheat sheet, giving them some kind of tips, and even if it's just a few minutes of your time, that builds a relationship that'll last a very long time. Because that's the difference of people that sell products to make money and people that sell products and support their products. That's the difference.
So, Shells, can I ask you a question just before we sign off? To the free groups, that is. Are you glad you got the lifetime deal now? I just interested to see in the chat. If you know, because I'm, you know, you think
she's got her hand up. If you want to call on her.
Did you want to speak, Shells, or were you just raising your hand because you're glad? You're welcome to unmute if you want to. It's entirely up to you. You just say yes in the chat. But we are super excited for you, seriously. Glad you said absolutely yes. You know, and yes, it was an investment from the start, but you just take action like Shells has done. You can get in. I'll make sure I post I'll make sure everyone's invited to the group over the weekend, and I'll put the link in the group to the Cloud Key training if you've got that as well. But then I'm going to do my own training on simple steps of how I do stuff. So Shells says, I see the potential is crazy. Absolutely. You know, and if anyone hasn't got this lifetime deal, someone who I held one back for came back and said, I've changed my mind. There is still one available at all my pool of licenses. Just to say, right, the way the licenses work, I don't mind being upfront on this. I got a pool of licenses out of their Cloud Key Lifer deal, and it was a big investment to buy in with them originally. And if you're interested in all their software they do and you want to buy on their Lifer deal, give me a shout. I'll show you what they're doing. I don't have a problem with that. But it was more to the point that the licenses I got and I've sold on, right? If I tomorrow went bye Cloud Key, I'm not giving you another penny, and I walked away, those licenses stay live. They are proper one-time lifetime licenses. Compared to if you sign, you'll get anyone who has been signed up, you'll get emails about signing up with their reseller plan and this, that, and the other. The reseller plan, to my understanding, is if you cancel with them, the licenses that you've then rented out monthly may or may not still be active. There's no guarantees on that because, you know, why would they? You know, so anyone who has bought in on the lifetime deal from me, they are proper lifetime licenses. If I packed up shop tomorrow, which I'm not going to, because I enjoy my time with you guys and the Inner Circle guys, if I packed up shop tomorrow, those licenses stay active forevermore. You know, and you just need a few people inside a group of your own to sell what you want. It doesn't take much. So, absolutely, Bob, is the answer. So don't panic about that. All right. So it's all good. Just give me a shout privately, and we can sort that out. All right. So it's unbelievable. This has been the first lead generation product that I've ever been excited about because of the results. And keep watching our free. If you're not in our free group, you can go to dfymagicthemes.com/FB for Facebook. Takes you straight there. Answer the questions. He'll let you straight in, and watch this space because I'm running that again this week, and you'll see the group's going to grow. And I'll show you how I'm doing that. Anyone who's purchased the Email Messenger Pro through me, you're going to get these inside secrets direct from me inside of there. All right. You'll be invited to the group. If you're not already, ping me a private message on Messenger. I'll make sure you're in there. And it's just, I've just never been so excited. I'm speechless at times. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, Robert? Anything final to say to the free people for the freebie groups before we say goodbye to them tonight?
Crawl first, walk, and then run.
Yeah.
You have to take the steps to do the right things. So it's easy to get excited, but I can also say to you that what's going to happen is sometimes you go to the left, you go to the right, you go back up to the middle, and you go back to the left, you go back to the right, and you get nothing. You get nothing accomplished. So you have to stay focused on your goals, and you have to keep your mindset of where you're going. What is it that your ultimate goal is? Is it a rank and rent empire? Is it just strictly lead generation? Are you going to just build websites for yourself and do something with those websites? What is your real business goal, and refine it and constantly refine it, and spend those few minutes every day. Do something towards your goal, because if you don't, you can't get anywhere towards what you want to achieve. And I think for a lot of people, including me, most of my life, I never set goals. I was always given a goal, given a task that I had to get done by a certain time. They were never my goals. But when you look at life, and life goes by fast, ladies and gentlemen, it just goes really quick. And if we're not focused on what we want to do as entrepreneurs, then we're going to be bouncing around. So I say it a lot is, you don't know what you don't know. Find a mentor, find a coach, find somebody that you know, like, and trust, that you can follow, and stay on that path. Don't keep jumping. Don't keep buying more things that you may or may not need. It changes so fast, and anything that's done for you Magic Themes related, we're showing you guys because it's part of the big package. It's part of the build it, rank it, and get people on board. And some of these things are going to not be affordable for you. It's okay. You'll still get there. It'll take a little longer, but when you have these tools, like Cheryl, I mean, I don't know how much time she spent to have.
She's only had. I think if I'm right in
Had it
saying
a week.
she's had it about a week.
So to have 30 prospects, already she sees the not only the potential.
She
but
got them in 4 days, by the way. 30 new prospects in 4 days. That
bit of confidence boost of, I can do this, and I can reach out to people, and we're the reality is we do that all the time. That's not only are we supporting our people that are building our sites, but we're supporting people that don't even know us. Why do we do that? Because it helps the general population of the things that we do, and it builds our know, like, and trust value for everybody else on the internet. Why did we do MPP training for free? Because it made sense, and it helps a lot of people. We're not building their sites for them by any means, but we help them get through some of those nuances that they couldn't figure out. So,
final note, I will say on that as well, Robert. Anybody who's already on the inner circle, whether you're a lifer or you're paying monthly, right? when we end up to a point when we do, and Black Friday could be bring a lot of people in, right? I know the faces that have supported us from day one. I know the faces that are here all the time now, right? Those are the faces that will still get the one-on-one calls when we need to do them, because we will one day get to a point where I can't physically fit in the hours of a week one-on-one calls with everybody, right? But as long as you're with us and you've got an active subscription, or you're a lifer, you will then be looked after still in the same way you are now, all right? Because you guys have supported us from day one, and that's what we want to do, all right? And those that are lifers who have disappeared, who aren't active, well, I say start being active, right? I know some of them are down in Australia and they watch the replays, and I get messages from them saying they've watched the replay. That's all we need. We just need to know you're active. And those that aren't, they're the ones that in the future, when they want one-on-one time and I can't fit them in, they'll wait. You guys get the priority. And I see faces here right now that I've done calls with, and not only help them with DFI stuff, but also give them little direction on help on bits and pieces that are nothing to do with us.
That's the roadblock. That's the question that's what I was trying to say earlier. It doesn't matter what it is, but when somebody has a question in their mind, it's the most important thing there is to be answered. They can't go forward until that question is answered. Now, maybe it had nothing to do with the website. Maybe it had something to do with their computer. And they're thinking it's the website, but the computer wouldn't do something. There's a perfect example. Let me just say this real quick, Ian. This week, we were putting an opt-in page on a new build.
Yeah.
On other pages on the site, worked fine. No problem at all. Everything was perfect. And on one particular page, the contact page, obviously, the opt-in form wouldn't work. It was there, it would show up, but all the fields were defunct, if you will.
Don't give away if you're going to give away how you fixed it, don't say until we're in the inner circle.
The reality is this: when it comes down to fixing those things, it's time and perseverance to get that done.
Yeah.
But you'll never know what the answer is until it's fixed. And for somebody that's looking at that for the first time and it won't work, that's a stopping point. They're dead in the water. They can't do anything else, because that thing that's broken is shut their business down. That's how important that becomes. That's what I was trying to get at.
And it becomes a brick wall as well.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You get to a point where it's not working. I can't, let me ask this other question. You can put one in the chat or raise your virtual hand if you want. I just want to know how many people have bought software products in the past, reached out to the vendor and had little or no response from them, or not a very good response. Because I bet most people raise a hand there, but one in the chat. We always aim to try and look after you guys. Sometimes problems take longer than expected, and I get frustrated with that. I'm screaming down the phone at support people on servers sometimes, as Robert will tell you, and I'm saying, if it gets to a point where it's getting ridiculous, I'll pick the phone up and I will moan at them, I will shout at them, because I'm not in an angry way. I'm just saying, this is ridiculous. Why is this taking so blooming long to fix? My customers are unhappy, and then I start getting them groveling with me because I'm threatening to leave them. So
I wanted to ask Cheryl a question too.
Can we say for the inner circle, or do you want to ask him before we?
No, this is pertinent to this, because this is about learning. This is about moving forward. Like, she took action, and she took this new tool and said, "I'm going to assume," and I am assuming, Cheryl. I don't want to offend you in any way. I am assuming that you didn't know what this tool was going to do and exactly how it worked and how the whole thing was going to happen. So I'm assuming that, because that's how I would have been, and using it, now all of a sudden you're getting responses. And I'm going to say, I'm assuming again, that you probably like, oh crap, what do I say to that person? Oh, what do I do next? What's the next level? And it's like putting a phone number on a website. Like when I did that for one of the first websites I built, I was afraid to death my phone was going to ring because I didn't know what I was going to say. And I don't think I'm the only person that ever went through that. And that's the same thing with all these software. That's the same thing about these groups and what we do, because we get you over the roadblocks and the bumps to move you forward. She said correct.
Yeah.
It's just human nature.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you don't know what to say and you say the wrong thing, what's going to happen? They're going to hang up. They're going to say no, and you're going to talk to the next person.
Yeah.
You're going to gain confidence, and you're going to gain the right things to say, and you're going to think about, oh, well, they asked me this, and maybe next question I have, then I'll know what to say.
Mm.
So congratulations, Cheryl. That's awesome. That's exactly what I thought. Is
yeah.
That's
and
why
the best thing of all, Shells, you and the other people that are in this got in at the best price ever. Because we can, whether or not next year CloudKey will run another offer, I don't know. They might do, and the thing is this one product alone will help you big time. There's something, like I said, I'm going to share something on a Monday call of another product that I'm looking at. We're in the system, and I'm trying to get either a bargain deal or get it included for anyone who's already bought. I'm trying to negotiate something with the owners of it, and it's going to be, all I'm going to say is it's going to help you manage your groups automatically. If you have 2 or 3 different groups and you want to welcome people, and I'm going to set it up this week on our group, on the groups we run. So it'll automatically welcome them. It'll send them a message. It'll do the whole blooming lot on automation. At the moment, me and Robert, we go in and we go, oh yeah, we got that person hasn't filled everything, but we'll approve them manually. There we go. Now we got to click on a button and welcome them. This next product's going to blow your mind as well, on automation. And there's loads of stuff that I'm still getting my head around. So it's going to be really good. So through your help, guys, you have made me more confident to drive my business forward. Thank you, especially being part of the inner circle. That's from Stuart. Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart.
And
thank you, Laurie, for your comment too.
Yeah.
I meant to.
We don't always get it right. We're human like anyone else, right? But if we ever get it wrong, and someone privately messages me or Robert, we will do our best to try and make it right for you guys. And the only big frustration recently has been the hosting, and it's unfortunate that the hurricane hit in the way it did, and our thoughts go out to the families there and the people. There's a lot of people on the server team that have had to move homes, and they're going through a really bad time. One of them I know personally, and I've helped him out this week with bits and pieces, just to keep him going, really. And so, I send my love to everyone out there, and it isn't easy, but life gets in the way sometimes. I always say this to people, and that's why I've got my whiteboard behind me that I focus on the important things top to bottom. Tickets that are being a pain in the backside, not because of the customer or our customers, because of the server team or something going on, and I'll write at the top, this must be dealt with in red pen. And every day I'm on a call regular. This week I've been on calls every day with somebody at the server team end saying this has to be fixed. It can't be that difficult. And the problem being is the high level server guys are the ones that are away at the minute. So we then got the medium server level guys trying to do the high level server guy's job. And that gets dangerous sometimes. It's a bit like me going on the server and messing around with it when I don't know quite what I'm doing on the top end. So sometimes it can take 2 or 3 days for them to just get the top guy to go and fix it for us. So this week I haven't shouted at them because I understand what they're going through. I can't imagine what they're going through, but I've got an understanding that it isn't easy for a lot of them. On that note, if you're not in on the Messenger Pro lifetime deal, send me a private message. You'll find me in our group, Stephen Brocklehurst. Like I said, there's one left of someone who didn't buy in, and after that's gone, I have no more proper lifetime licenses. It is going to be monthly or yearly until I can get some more, maybe one day, and that may not be till next year. And in that time, how many leads have you lost out on? That's the question. So, and thank you, Shells, for your encouragement. Thank you, Stuart. We love you guys. Stay there in the circle, guys. We're now going to play the jingly jangly and say goodnight to the free groups. And we're going to talk internally about a whole load of amazing things. And Robert's going to share the Defier deal website with you guys. So inner circle members, stay there. We'll be back in a minute. Bye, free groups.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
you.